Hi everyone, and welcome back to Bushel Park Golf Club. So today we're going to continue our how-to series, and we're going to really look at how to practice. So in particular today we're looking at how to practice your short game. So I'm going to take you through three of my favourite drills to practice around the short game area, and also one of the ways that I like to teach people to improve their practice, to also improve their quality of strikes on the golf course. So we're going to jump straight in, and we're going to start with my three favourite practice drills. So first drill up, we're looking at the lob ladder. Now lob ladder can be done over multiple distances, but really we're looking at that high lob shot that can get the landing area right. So with lob ladder we're looking particularly at how to control distance and getting the ball to land at a particular spot, which is helpful when you're looking at the short game, because we want to be able to land the ball in a particular place to let it release out. It can change different heights, can change different spins and so on. So with lob ladder, what we do is we have your starting point and we pace out generally 10 paces, and then we're going to do 2 paces between each of our lines. So each one of our runs has got a 2-yard gap between each one. And the idea with this game is we're trying to land the ball in each consecutive run of the ladder. And we just keep going until you miss one. So we start with the first one, then to second, third, fourth, and so on. As soon as you miss one, that's now your best, that's your personal best. So when we play it again, we're going to try and beat that score. So you're constantly trying to improve your own personal best score, but you're also playing against yourself all the time. You can mix this game up a little bit as well. We can start long to short. We can do short then long and alternate between the two until we have that middle one. And then you can just call out shots as well. So if you're playing this as pairs, just call out a box to each other and you're aiming for that box. First one to land it in it gets the point and move on. So there's loads of ways you can play this drill and loads of ways you can use it to improve your short game. So that's our distance control. The second drill that we're going to look at is a drill that I like to do, which is called 3 shots. So what we have in 3 shots is we'll have a circle marked out around one of the flags on the pitch and green at Bushel Park. We'll then have 4 shots or 5 shots set up, and each one of them is 10 paces apart. So we have 3 balls at first location and 3 at each subsequent location as well. Now the rules for this game are pretty simple. You're trying to get the ball to finish within the target circle. So in this case, the blue circle marked out by the cones. But each shot you play has to be either a different club or a different shot type. So they can be high, low, run, flight to the flag. It doesn't matter which one you choose, each one has to be a different shot. So what we're doing here is we're trying to create some creativity around what you do in your short game, and not just go to one club does everything. We need to be able to understand how each club's going to work and how we have to change a target location to get the ball to finish at the flag, or in this case in the circle. Every ball that finishes within it you get a point for, and you're going to slowly move your way back. Now you can again make this harder, you can make this easier, you can do this in pairs, you can do this individually, but ultimately at the end of it you get points, and that point is your personal best, and that's what you're trying to beat each time you play this game. I like to try and change club each time, even if I'm trying to play high shots for each one. I will go, for the first shot for argument's sake, I will go lob wedge, and then I'll go maybe a gap wedge, and I'll also use a 9-iron. And then for the next shot we'll go a 7-iron, a gap wedge, and a lob wedge again. So you can try and change the club each time, but you're just trying to visualize a different shot and trying to get the ball to finish around your target. This is particularly useful if you do miss a tee shot on the left or right, or miss your approach shot on the left or right of the green. It gives you the ability to work the ball in towards the flag without having to have your perfect yardage, and understand how each club's going to work. So the third and final drill that we're going to use is a game we call par 18. So par 18 is 9 holes around the chipping green. So we have 3 easy, 3 medium, and 3 hard shots. So we have 3 different levels of difficulty for each one. And we have 3 different shot types we're looking for. So we have a chip and run, a pitch, and a bunker shot. Okay, the pitch can technically be a finesse wedge as well as a pitch shot, so we can do a close one, and we can do one up to about 40 yards away. So we can have a combination of the two, but we want 1 easy, 1 medium, and 1 difficult version of each of those 3 shots. And the idea really is to play your shot and you have to hole out. So we have to play everything as if you're on the golf course. 1 ball, 1 target. Every single time you hit the shot, you're going to line your ball up and hit it in, and that will give you a final score at the end of the game. The target for this game is we're trying to beat 2021. Okay, ideally we'll start with 22 for most players, but we'll start with 21, 22. If you can break 21, then we're going to go into 2 balls, and we take the worst shot you play. So again, up in the intensity, up in the difficulty. If we can get both shots very close to target, you're going to keep that score going down, and every time we beat 21, we're going to add an additional ball. So they're the 3 drills that I like to use when I'm practicing, and certainly ones I'd get everyone else to use at home to improve the quality of your practice and also improve your short game. So now we have something we call block practice. Now block practice is different to what we've just done here. This is varied practice. This is mixing it up each time. It's a different shot, different location, everything's varied. With block practice, this is where we can work solely on technique. So I would have 5 to 10 balls from one location, pick a very generic shot, and we're going to practice your ability to play a particular shot. Now each one of these is more what you do if you're trying to improve your technique. It's not about just getting the ball close to the hole each time, it's about controlling the flight, controlling the spin, controlling the landing area. So they're 2 different forms of practice, both very different but also both needed. So we need the block practice to improve your technique, and we need the varied practice to improve your scores and your ability to save par. So as always, thanks for watching, happy golfing, and we hope to see you all really soon.